And you're on mute. Okay, you're good.
Who's there? Opportunity. What do you want? Madam Toastmaster, Mr. International President, what do you do when opportunity knocks? Today is going to be a lot about opportunity knocking. I hope after today you don't run away as many do, but you say, yes, open the door and embrace opportunity. In Toastmasters, we're in the business of changing lives. And serving as an area division director, serving in district leadership will change your lives. I have the honor today of talking about an area director and division director. Some of the requirements for being an area director, Toastmaster recommends that you serve as a member of the district council. Preferably, you should have served as either a club president or vice president of education. A few years ago, my niece asked me about running for or being an area director. And I asked her if she'd been president or vice president of education. And at that point, she was the vice president of public relations. I said, you need another year. Well, she served another year, became president of her club. And the following year, she was area director and helped lead that area to select distinguished. All of her clubs finished distinguished or better. So sometimes it's better to wait a year, get that experience. Have that experience because as an area director, you're going to be working directly with club presidents and vice presidents of education. I think sometimes we push people forward a little bit too quickly. Some of the requirements, and it's required that you visit each club a minimum of 2 times a year. And I think sometimes people think, well, I did the job. But you know what? If you do the minimum, you get minimum results. I recommend a minimum of 4 times a year, minimum at least, every 3 months visiting your club. And now it's virtual, so you can visit all the time. But you don't want to visit all the time because then when you visit, it doesn't become special. You're also required to do a minimum of 2 official club visits, which means doing paperwork. A number of years ago, we had a past international president from Founders District, John Latin. We just heard from past international president, Mohammed Murad. Every year, the past international presidents have a meeting during the international convention. And one year, John Latin came back excited. Many years, I'm sure, but one year especially. And he said they had talked about the most important leader in Toastmasters. Well, he didn't tell us who it was. We were supposed to guess. There were a number of guesses, and then somebody said, area director. And John said, yes. Area directors are very important, maybe the most important leaders in Toastmasters, because they work directly with the clubs. You get to see your influence, and you can influence clubs. It's amazing the influence you have. Some of the perks is this time of year, you get invited to Christmas parties. You help promote the Distinguished Club program and support each club toward achieving distinguished or better status. You should have fun. It should be fun. I remember, and time goes very quickly. When Lori introduced me, she said I served as an area director a year or 2 ago. It was actually 2016-17 under Siri Payakapan was the last time. And I would take around, every time I visited a club, one of my clubs, I took around a large chart, and I know it's hard to see. On the top, the Rockets, and I had goals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. And I took it to all of them, and every time I got a chance to visit a club, and the Rockets would go up and up. Well, I'm very honored to say that we had 4 or 5 clubs finished select distinguished or better. 2 were presidents and 2 were select distinguished. So have fun. It's a great year. We've heard about the journey, and it is all about the journey. And that journey begins with a single step. And that single step is saying yes to opportunity. I'm very honored to get to introduce a current area director from Founders District, currently serving as their Area E4 Director, Tom Olson. Tom, take it away.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thanks, everybody. It's wonderful to be here this morning. I'm very honored to be able to speak in this capacity. Do it. Sign up. Volunteer. You'll be glad that you did. When I was asked to step forward as an area director, I was hesitant. In fact, the year before, I was asked if I was interested, and I was, but I didn't put myself forward. I took the time to kind of prepare, and to be honest, I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be, but I think that is the Toastmasters way. Learn by doing. So I would say put yourself out there, even if you're not sure you're ready. My experience has been wonderful. Primarily, I'll tell you that the experience has sort of provided the opportunity and the accountability for me to do things that I always wanted to do since I joined Toastmasters in Orange County. And that I thought, you know, I should do that. I should go visit other clubs. I should meet other Toastmasters. As I became a leader in my club and, you know, went to the LACE experience, I'd look around and I would see these people who were making all of this happen. And, you know, people who were just there and very active in the district. And I thought, you know, I'd like to meet some of those people. I'd like to get to know more of this, because it's kind of, you know, at that level, the people that are going to LACE, the people that are stepping forward and volunteering, are the people who are, you know, they're maybe, I don't want to say more dedicated to Toastmasters, but that part of Toastmasters that if you're drawn to these roles, if you're drawn to this sort of thing, you know, there are a lot of people that feel the same way. They're all kind of studying leadership, that are very actively participating in that journey. And so that has been really wonderful. When you go visit your clubs, as Richard mentioned, not only are you there as a guest and a visitor, and you get to participate and, you know, talk to people, but you are as an evaluator. So just as you evaluate speeches now, and you learn more by, you know, when you watch a speech differently when you're evaluating, same thing when you watch a meeting unfold. You know, I've learned a bunch about the timing of things, you know, how people even phrase certain things. And I've brought that back to my club, and it's improved things. So selfishly, you'll bring things back to your club. And then what's great though, is that you can communicate that to the other clubs. So you kind of can help share experience across not only your area, but across your division and the district. So that feels good. Feels good to give back. I did get to help teach a little bit at LACE, some of these makeup trainings. And I could do better with that. I'll tell you that my first class was not awesome, but it will be better next time. Same thing with my reports. You know, as Richard is saying, that you should visit more than I have. And I would like to do that. So in the coming year, I will do better with that. So, but that's the thing. It's a supportive environment. You've got all these people here who want to see you succeed. The people in the clubs want to see you succeed. And so I highly recommend doing it. And as I said, step forward, even if you don't think you're ready. In fact, maybe because you don't think you're ready, if you're almost ready, everyone here will help you get there. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And one other thing about being an area director, you become very possessive about your clubs. They are yours, at least for that year. And I've had the opportunity to visit 2 of the clubs I served 4 years ago, and it's an experience you never forget. All right, well, let's move on to division. In terms of serving as a division director, you must have served at least 6 consecutive months as a member of the district council, and you really should go beyond that. You really should have served as an area director, because you are going to be working directly with the area directors to help support them in being successful. So you really need that additional year as an area director under your belt. You will feel so much more confident and comfortable. In addition to that, you'll be working toward achieving the mission of the district within the division. That means promoting membership building, retention, and club building, and also, of course, educational accomplishments. You should hold division council meetings every month, and you also work generally with 4 to 6 area directors, and of course their areas. And that's why you really need that experience of having served as an area. In addition to that, you want to help ensure that all clubs in your division and areas in your division are distinguished. If all clubs are distinguished and all areas are distinguished, you're going to be at least a select distinguished division director, provided you don't lose any clubs. To be president's distinguished, you do all that, and then you have a net growth of at least one club, and that's where the club extension comes into call. Part of being a division director, again, is more leadership experience. I was very proud to serve on an experience council, and I'm going to share that picture with you. This is going back, it's a vintage picture going back a few years. And I don't see the picture. So
I don't see the screen sharing. You need to try that again.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That says screen sharing.
And then click the upper left box, and then on the bottom right, click on share.
Screen share.
Richard, try bringing up the photo and then doing the share.
Screen and share.
We practiced it. You did get it. I saw it.
Yes, it was there. It was there.
Oh, it's not working now.
It's called technology, but we all go through it, and there it is. Division council meeting. Division council.
There you go.
I'm in there somewhere. This is 26 years ago. This
Wow.
is my mentor, and that's something I can't stress strongly. And area director, let's see, I think I'm muted. As an area director, division director, you need a mentor or a team. And this is my team. We call it Division A team from 1994, 1995. This is me. And one of the great things, Mohammed talked about leadership, and we grow leaders. This is Mary Marchetti. She was one of my area governors. She became a district director, a district governor. This is Scott Maguka, and he also became a district governor. This is my mentor, Chuck Weck, who was already a past district governor at the time. So this is another example. I've heard divisions called mini districts. You want to look at the club, and each office you have in the club, you want to have a division treasurer. You want to have somebody who's responsible for public relations, somebody who's for membership and education, and then a secretary. So and I got to cherry pick some of the best, and they went on to many accomplishments. Those sitting were the 3 area governors at the time, and then that is me, believe it or not, 26 years ago. So the journey, it begins with a single step, saying yes to leadership. Opportunity knocks. What are you going to do?